Okay, so I'm making this really quick video because I'm totally fascinated by something. And from what I from what I can entertain in my thoughts and from what I can understand, this is actually not a Mandela effect, but something equally as fascinating in my mind. Maybe not everyone's gonna agree, but like about 2 weeks ago, because I know some other channels had been making videos on the Chase Bank sign. I was walking past the Chase Bank sign and I thought, I really need to start taking more notice of signs and sign colors and logo colors and that kind of thing, because if anything I respect about people who are into conspiracy theories, well, I mean, I'm into conspiracy theories, but people who are really experts at it, is that they are so detail oriented. Like, they're all like detectives and they really pay attention to things. So I said to myself, I am really going to start paying more attention to signs. So I passed by the Chase Bank sign like maybe about 2 weeks ago, that is a fortnight, and I saw the Chase Bank sign lit up as white. So I made a mental note to myself. I said, okay, that sign is white. So the next time I walk past it, I'm going to pay attention, pay very close note as to what the color of the Chase Bank sign is. And so I walked past it again, like about a few days later, coming back from rehearsal, and it was right before dusk, but as you can clearly see, the sun is still completely up. The Chase Bank sign is black. So I pondered this for a bit and I made a video about it. I made, like, it's one of my first Chase Bank video signs on YouTube. Chase Bank sign, I could swear this one was white 4 days ago, blah blah. Gosh, when did I post it? It's so weird. Sometimes YouTube tells you the date and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so that was posted on June 3rd. So that's my June 3rd video. And then I had a conversation with Scarab. He said, no, there's this color changing glass that they have. It's really high tech and cool, and it's like the sunglasses basically that turn from, like, you have these glasses and they're just regular glasses when you go inside, but then when you go outside they turn darker. So apparently this is something similar to that, except it's the reverse. When things are really bright, it's black, and then when things get really dark, it lights up. So it's the reverse of that. Although when it lights up, it looks like it has light bulbs in it to make it white. But so last night, I nearly flip a bitch because, sorry, I'm getting all excited now. I can't be getting all excited. I nearly flip a bitch because I passed by it and it's dusk again, albeit not as bright. And there it is as gold. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's so crazy. So I kind of couldn't believe it, and I made a video about that, but I didn't post it as public. Well, I initially posted it, but then I thought, no, I better just wait. And I was right in waiting for varying and sundry reasons. However, one of the reasons that I was so weirded out by this is that one of my listeners and my watchers, she said I could use her name, Sandy Diva, she sent me this, and she loves looking at Google Earth stuff, and she was just like, no, the Chase Bank sign's a different color, because I Googled it, and this was years past. I mean, well, she didn't Google it from the future, so I guess. But anyway, this was years past, and I Googled this on Google Earth, and it's actually gold in this one. And so I was kind of freaking out because I thought, oh my god, that's so weird. But then I decided, I mean, not that I had time to do this, I had so many things to do, but I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna drink my iced tea and stand by this bank and see what happens. And I'm gonna see if it turns white. I'm going to see how the sign turns white when it gets dark out. I'm just going to see if that happens. And sure enough, the darker it got, the whiter and whiter the sign turned. And it was weird because I didn't stay so late that the lights turned on inside the sign. But it definitely looked like there was a chemical change going on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back there several times this week just to make sure what I'm seeing is correct, and I'm sure it is. But irrespective of that, I am just fascinated by this color changing glass. I mean, not just in the sunglasses, but it just seems like we have all this technology that we don't know about, and it's right out in plain sight. I'm betting this is alien technology. This is so crazy. But the funny thing is that I wouldn't necessarily expect it to turn from black to gold. That's a really interesting color scheme. I mean, you don't just get gold so easily. I would expect it to turn from like black to brown to sort of a tan and then to white, but apparently that's not what it's doing. So anyway, I'm gonna go to my Starbucks in the corner. I'm gonna drink my bitter black iced tea. Oh my god, only Starbucks Starbucks is the only coffee shop that makes iced tea bitter enough for me, I swear. My changing hormones in my middle age, I cannot taste anything bitter enough. It's so frustrating. Does anybody else have this problem? Okay, we're not talking about hormones. But anyway, my doctor said that if your hormones change, your taste buds change. So it's been a struggle. The struggle's real. I can't taste bitter. Anyway, that's kind of an odd thing to like have a struggle with, but I'm gonna go to my Starbucks, I'm gonna sit across the street, and I'm gonna study this sign even more, because though now I realize it's probably not a Mandela effect, it is hella fascinating. Alright, anyway, tell me what you guys think, and like, subscribe, we'll have a funky adventure, and I'll talk later. Bye.